Almost 19 months since the outbreak of ethnic clash in Manipur, situation remains uneasy. Demand for separate administration continue and people continue to suffer as manning by area by public becoming a norm. Here is a report.
Hornbill TV etia present ase Manipur state te thaka Kangkopi district te aru moi first aji laga story nokwa agite ekta banner moi dekhai lobo aji kuntu jaga te mokhan ase itu ase Kangkopi laga ekta particular jaga kote aji almost 2 years pora yate laga volunteers yate laga society yate laga besibag organization kuki mete laga kuntu ekta itu tribes bitorte aji almost 2 years pura kuntu ekta clash hoise already worldwide itu janise aru aji moi ekta banner moi yate apni khan ke dekhai ase ki effect hoisile itu jamelate tate 360 plus churches and burnt aru 200 plus village burnt 41,425 plus displaced person 7,000 plus houses burned 186 deaths. Itu figure mo itu karne dekhaise it almost 2 years pora how publics are suffering, how publics are affected from this clash. Itu laga kotha mokhan aji bisibag spokesperson thakibo but itu naja agete aji laga dette current situation mo itu karne dekhai ase itu ase Manipur te ja Imphal te ja highway aru side te eneka volunteers khan laga office ki karne ase almost 2 years pura kile ase sob aji janibole aji mokhan ate pura team ponchise to mokhan logote etia moi camera person ke vitor phale ahibole kobo mokhan logote Lun Kipgen kun kotu laga spokesperson ase aru aji laga date te current situation kobo jaise kole almost 2 years pura kineka ekta economically hobi education line te hobi hospital line te hobi sob manu jana nisina itu Kangkopi district ase Kangkopi district pura olop age jaile Imphal ase tate laga tribes khan bi yate naha hoise yate laga tribes khan bi tate jabule napara laga itia current Manipur laga situation itia bi ase itia bi Chorachan purte kunba jagate jamela to khotom hoy ase buffer zone khotom hua nai aru buffer zone itia bi thaki ase to kotu laga spokesperson pura aji mokhan ke to details सर पहले मैं आपको वेलकम करूंगा हॉर्नबिल टीवी में ये जो क्लैश आज ऑलमोस्ट 2 इयर्स होंगे अभी बैनर में हम लोग दिखे कितने सारे घर जल गए कितने बेघर हो गए कितने एक टफ सिचुएशन में अभी आप लोग हैं अभी भी आप लोग का जगह जगह में वॉलंटियर्स है और सारे कैलकुलेशन करते हुए देखने से एक ही पता चलता है यू पीपल आर स्टिल सफरिंग फ्रॉम दिस क्लैश सो अभी का माहौल कैसा है सारे बस्तियों में आप लोग कैसे रह रहे हैं और किस एजेंडा और आप लोग का गवर्नमेंट तक क्या अपील अभी भी आपका बेसिक डिमांड क्या है सब कुछ के ऊपर में एक थोड़ा ब्रीफिंग हम लोग को बोलिए
ओके थैंक यू पहले I'll say thank you for Hornbill we need to have a platform such as yours so that we can showcase what we have felt you know? And what we have gone through for the past nearly 2 years now. First, I'll just give you a brief summary of what is happening. It's been almost 19 months that the minorities from a state have been deprived of their rights and have been ethnically cleansed from the capital. So just imagine what the minorities, forget about me being a Kuki, but in a state, in a very large democratic state or a country like India, the idea of the founding fathers of a constitution is that the minority placed their political existence in the hands of the majority, but once the majority loses the habit of discriminating the minorities cease to exist. Yeah. That is the basic principle. But now we feel that our rights are being trampled by the majority. That is the reason why the minority as a Kukizou community, we have appealed to the center government that we need a constitutional safeguard in the form of a separate administration, okay, in the form under the constitutional provision of Article 239A. It's a democratic norms. So for the past 19 months, the Kukizau community has been reeling under acute shortages of funding, acute shortages of medical supplies, essential commodities. But now you can see the women folks here at Gamgipai, they are around the clock 24 hours into 7 to main this area. The reason why our women folk communities are here is to check on the road where people from other communities, say for example, by mistake if the Meitei community passes through the Kukizau area, we cannot guarantee their safety once they are inside. The same way, Kukis are not safe going to Imphal.
Yeah.
So they are the reason why recently 3 Meitei youths were saved. It's because of this woman. Because they informed the civil organization that some students have passed through this area. So they are a major, what you call, a buffer zone, a safety protection. It's a net. So this is how we have to protect our own. Once we have a women folks, and the second part is we have a village volunteers who have been manning the area. See, it is the first time in the history of Indian democratic constitution that a state such small, such as Manipur, has been divided ethnically, demographically, and it is under a buffer zone. Nowhere in parts of the country you would see such kind of division.
Yeah.
And I think the incumbent or the current dispensation needs to be accountable. So that's why we, the tribal community, especially the Kukizau, says that we need a separate set of administration, maybe perhaps like UT, Union Territory, which is a constitutional demand. So that's basically what we have been demanding to the center government. So we're waiting for that. And I think it would be onus on part of the Home Ministry to look into this. Otherwise, we cannot go back to Imphal. It's not like a small communal conflict where it can be solved easily. You know? It needs political intervention, not the security alone, but a political intervention. But so far, we feel that we have been dealt by the center through security. And this is very unfair, and we need a political solution. So we are expecting that.
Sir, recently some of your Kuki leaders and some of Meitei leaders were in Delhi. They held a meeting on the basis of this current issue. So what was the solution come out from there? Any?
See, that was a first, I wouldn't say a solution, because we knew, and even the center government knew that it's not going to fructify, because you cannot just have two communities to force them to sit together, because our people representing or their MLS representing their constituent need to have a broader consultation with the public. So it was just a first meeting, and nothing conceivable was achieved. But as far as I know, our representatives have demanded, saying that our stand for separate administration still stands firm. And the second part is they'll be in touch with us. And with regards to sitting with the other, the Meitei representative, I think we need to have a wider consultation. Eventually that's going to come, but a priority is some basic fundamental needs to be fulfilled first, because before sitting together, there has to be a guarantee from the center government whether the first sitting would be practicable. Can that be put into action? So I think that was there was no sitting between the Meitei and the Kukis, but there was a sitting between Home Ministry officials and the Kukis in different sitting, but we never sat together.
Sir, how can you people manage all the things. You people won't be able to go now Impal for hospital and some official work, and they are not come to your place. So how can you manage all these things? It's almost 2 years.
Definitely.
You people are totally affected from this clash. So how can you manage all these things? And still, what's the current situation of your relief camps?
Okay, first I'll get back to your first part of the question. That was the reason why we demanded a total separate administration. And the second part is, luckily we have so many philanthropic organizations and church donors. So it's only from this meager crowdfunding that we sustained this nearly 19 months. Otherwise, from the center, it has to pass through the state, and which we are denied. In fact, our district administration is working hard. I appreciate at this in this context, but since the funds are, literally scrutinized, I think they are working on their best level. But to tell you frankly, most of our problems or our financial problem or whatever the food stuff that we have, it's from the church and a local donation and some philanthropic organization. That's how we have been surviving.
अभी तक जितने भी क्लेशेस हो गए, जितने भी आप लोग का मतलब डिस्ट्रॉय हुआ, इसके ऊपर में गवर्नमेंट आज तक आप लोगों ने अपील भी बहुत सारे किए, मेमोरेंडम भी दिए, कुछ गवर्नमेंट के साइड से कुछ आप लोग को कंपेंसेशन या चाहे कुछ भी ऐसा कोई हिंट्स आ रहा है क्या गवर्नमेंट के साइड आप लोग को कोई प्रोसिक्यूटर बात कर रहा है क्या?
Definitely not yet. I wish it could have happened sooner, but and we don't expect such lure towards some money, because our demand is not like that. No, because because we have been physically, demographically separated. They chased us out. So how do you expect us to get anything from the state? We do not expect anything from the state, but if there's going to be a help from the center, definitely it would be good if it has to come from the center. But from the state, we don't expect anything. But there's a rumor saying that some permanent resettlement would be made, but so far it's still on papers maybe. So, well, we don't expect anything from the state.
सर एक बात मैं और जानना चाहूँगा, थोड़े आगे आपने बोले थे कि आप लोग का 3 वोमेन जो एक जगह में जाके सेफ हुए थे ओनली बिकॉज योर वोमेन फोरम सो व्हाट वाज दैट मैटर और उसके ऊपर में एक थोड़ा विस्तार से आप बोलिए। और आज का जो एक सिचुएशन है, आज का जो क्लेशेस होके रह चुके हैं, ऑलमोस्ट 2 इयर्स हो गए हैं, इससे क्या क्या आप लोग को मतलब चेंजिंग देखने के लिए, क्योंकि ऑलरेडी एजुकेशन इज कम्प्लीटली स्पॉइल्ड फॉर योर यंगस्टर्स एंड हॉस्पिटल सेगमेंट इज आल्सो टोटली स्पॉइल्ड। सो इसके ऊपर में आप क्या बोलना चाहें, आपका ओपिनियन क्या होगा?
I'll answer you the first part of the question. With regards to those 3 people who were kept detained, our demands, the negotiation was through the DGP, who has been appointed from the center. So we spoke with the center through DGP. So their demands from the volunteers were that, very simple, that our inmates in Sajiva, the Kukizo inmates, the jail inmates should be transferred to some Kukizo area. That was our demand, first demand. And the second part is a police station in some fringe area, which is under the revenue district of Kangpokpi, but police jurisdiction of Imphal. So we place that, and hopefully I think since it's a legit demand, I think the government would concede to that. But with regards to the other points, I'll tell you very frankly, the IDPS, you're talking about the IDPS, no? The IDPS, you should see the condition. For any critical patient, we have to go to Nagaland. And imagine, Committee on Tribal Unity, we have a medical department. So from the public funding, from the crowdfunding, we had to cater to those needs. So the expenses are borne from this platform. So any people, any patient, because of lack of medical facilities, we have to go to other states. So this is in contrast to in Imphal, where there are 2 major premier medical institutes, and there are 3 or 4 super specialty hospitals. Now, see, those are the contrasting things. That is the reason why we need some acknowledgement from the center that the hill needs to be developed. That was the prior demand. So, see, I'll get back to that point, but what we need is a blood bank. What we need is a professional medical consultant, a surgeon, a cardiologist, a nephrologist, a gynecologist. But we don't have that. So we have to seek that to other states since we can't go back to Imphal. So these are the problems that we face, brother.
Okay, sir. Thank you for information. Aru aji mokan Hornbill TV te apni khan ke current situation kuntu aji Kangkopi pura dekhai ase moi etia ekta apni ke visuals camera journalist pura dekhai ase mokan kuntu jagate ase itu jagate still etia bhi women's forum khan aru bostila manu khan ahi kene eneka takhan laga nijor own land ke ekta protect koribole nohole bi takhan save koribo nimite etia bhi try kori ase aru kwa nisina bishibhag takhan suffer korise not only ekta side te bishibhag side te suffer korise aru takhan la basic demand ase etia to separate administration lage aru right fale women's forum khan ke ekbar moi dekhabole kobo etia kuntu area te ase to Imphal te ja thik highway laga kinar te etia women forum khan 24 hours eneka tirelessly ki duty kori ase eneka 24 hours apni khan pabo alag alag jaga pura bosti pura ahi kene alag alag jagate takhan bohi kene eneka duty kora laga ekta atmosphere ase aru it almost 2 years 2 years te ki lost hoise already 700 persons already death hoise tate kuntu ekta banner lagai kine ase takhan laga memory te bhi etu ase eta eneka scene etia etu Kangkopi district te ase iate manu nahile etu feel koribole napra laga ekta status ase already etu peace te ahibo lage already ekta sitting together hoi kene ekta resolution ahibo lage ekta solution ahibo lage but kitia tak etu manu khan tolerate koribo kitia tak rukhibo eku najana laga ekta situation ase almost 2 years ekta state te almost 2 years eneka situation thakile keneka public develop hobo jitu karne takhan laga basic demand ase they need separate administration takhan laga basic demand itu ase ki separate administration dibi takhan laga majority hisab te government laga kuntu article laga tai kotha koi ase constitutional right laga kotha koi ase itute takhan stuck ase aru olop din agete kuntu cookies laga leaders khan bi Delhi te meeting korise metis laga bi MLAs khan jaise sob itu uporte fruitful result ahibone nahibo central government ki koribo itia to ekta kobule napara laga status te ase aru aji mohan ahi kini ate dekhabole paratu basics ki suffer ase koile hospital te suffer kori ase education te suffer kori ase Imphal te kuki manu khan jabo na pare metis khan tate ahibo na pare nijor jagar manu te ekta jaga eneka situation create hoi jaise kun bi ate safe hobone no hobo sob ekta certainty na thaka nisina ase jitu karne itia bi camp khan banai kine rakhi ase safe koribo nimite aru kwa nisina olop din agete kun women forum pura ito ekta news apni khan bi sob manu janise itu laga opor tv huda time te only because of ito 3 women to women forum karne safe hoise koise jitu karne itu basic needs ase koise eneka camp tu lagibo aru aji laga date te takhan la current situation tough pura tough hoye ase central government ke peace ani dibole নহলে বি ইটো উপৰতে চৰ্চা কৰি কিনে লিডাৰ্স খান লগতে ভাল পৰা কথা কৈ কিনে একটা ফ্ৰুটফুল ৰিজাল্ট আনি দিব কনে সব মানুহ হোপ কৰি আছে আৰু হৰ্নবিল টিভি আজি প্ৰেজেন্ট হোৱা পিছতে ইটো কাৰেন্ট আপডেট দিবলে পাৰি আছে আমি খান সব জাগাতে রোমিং কৰিব পাৰা তাক আপনি খানকে আলাগ আলাগ জায়গা পৰা আজি লাগা ডেটে গ্ৰাউন্ড ৰিপৰ্ট কৰিবলে ট্ৰাই কৰিব থ্যাংক ইউ ফৰ ওয়াচিং হৰ্নবিল টিভি মি ৰিপৰ্টাৰ দীপ শইকীয়া ফ্ৰম মণিপুৰ কাংকোপি ডিস্ট্ৰিক্ট